discuss concepts, try and understand where Africa is sitting, and truly make the real strides that we need to make into becoming partners, to becoming co-owners, co-builders, is coming to an end. And on my own behalf, and on behalf of the Africa Digital Rights Hub and the Data Protection Africa Summit team, I declare that we're starting the closing ceremony. I think yeah, see, you're in the spirit, because that leads us to lunch. And to start us off, I mean, for me, it's a little emotional, and I'll share a quick story with you. It's very stressful putting this event together. And about the same time, on a Wednesday afternoon a year ago, I had just walked off the stage in Kampala, and I was discussing what was to happen next with Teki. And I started feeling very faint, and I did not complete the assignment that day. So I'm quite thankful to be here, because it does take the team behind the scenes to make this happen, for the partners, emails, Zoom calls, team meetings, you name it. This has been going on for more than 8 months, just to culminate in 5 days. And to also see you show up in your numbers yesterday, and on day 0, and today being attentive and engaging, for me is encouraging. It says to me, and I'm sure to all of us, that we're beginning to appreciate the importance of Africa's role in ensuring our own data sovereignty, our place on the global map of data protection and privacy. Hopefully, we'll have twice this number next year. Later on this afternoon, we will reveal our next stop. As you know, we've been hopping from one country to the other, but for COVID interrupting 2 years of this conference, we've had to physically be in different locations every year. To give us the closing message, I would like to call on this woman who's very passionate, and today her hashtag is I agree, for reasons best known to probably me, her, and maybe 2 other people. She's been very agreeable today, which pretty much means that she's been happy with the engagement, she's been happy with the turnout, and probably things that I don't even know about. But ladies and gentlemen, the fearless leader of ADRH, Africa Digital Rights Hub, the current chair of the Ghana DPO, Data Protection Commission of Ghana, Teki Akwete.
Oh dear, it's me again. So I have been asked by the chair of the Africa Digital Rights Hub, who unfortunately could not be with us now because he had some other engagements, but will be joining us in the evenings for those of us that are coming for the dinner, to deliver his closing remarks as the chair of this conference. Invited guests, distinguished regulators, industry partners, advocates, and friends, as we draw the curtains on the Data Protection Africa Summit, I stand before you filled with gratitude, and even more importantly, with conviction. Over the past few days, we have not only examined the complexities of Africa's digital future, we have reaffirmed a shared belief that data protection is not a technical exercise. It is a development imperative, a human rights obligation, and an economic opportunity waiting to be unlocked. This year's theme invited us to reflect on where Africa stands in a world shaped or reshaped by AI, automation, cross-border data flows, and an ever-evolving global privacy landscape. What has emerged clearly from the discussions is this: Africa cannot afford to be a passive party, authors and defenders of a digital ecosystem rooted in trust, fairness, accountability, and innovation. Over the 2 days, we have learned, challenged each other, and co-created new pathways for harmonizing regulatory frameworks and strengthening institutional capacity to advancing digital literacy, responsible AI adoption, and privacy by design principles across governments and private sector. But the true value of this summit lies not just in the conversations that we have had here in Accra. It lies in what we choose to do after we leave this room. As we prepare to take the summit to its next host city in 2026, I want you to live with these 3 call to actions. Simple yet powerful reminders of the responsibility we carry. And the first, deepen cross-border collaboration and regulatory coherence. Africa's digital economy does not stop at our borders. Neither do cyber threats, nor data flows, nor the opportunities that lie ahead. We must therefore move beyond national silos and actively build continental alignment across legislation, enforcement, and standards. Let us continue to work the work we have begun here, regulators learning from each other, private sector players playing significant roles in strengthening compliance cultures, and civil society anchoring the human-centered principles that must guide us all. Second, let us invest in capacity, institutional, technical, and human. The strength of our data protection regimes will never exceed the strength of the people who implement them. We must therefore commit to training, upskilling, empowering regulators and data protection officers, legal practitioners, engineers, educators, and innovators. Africa's demographic advantage can only translate into a digital advantage if we intentionally build the talent that will power it. And finally, let us build a culture of trust and ethical innovation. Trust is the currency of the digital age. Whether it is AI adoption, fintech scaling, health data management, or digital ID systems, Africans must feel safe, respected, and protected. Let us promote a privacy by design, transparency in data use, and ethical AI practices that ensure innovation does not come at the expense of human dignity. When trust grows, the ecosystem will grow with it. Colleagues, the work ahead is immense, but it is the momentum we have created here that will steer us forward. The Africa Digital Rights Hub remains committed to being a convener, a catalyst, and a champion of this movement. We will continue to push for the policies rooted in rights, ecosystems rooted in accountability, and innovation rooted in African views. As we pass this baton from Accra to our next destination in 2026, let us go forward with a renewed purpose, and let this be the end of a conversation, but the beginning of a continental commitment. The digital future we want will not be handed to us. We must build it boldly, collaboratively, and responsibly. Thank you for your presence, for your insights, and the partnerships that made this possible. Thank you for choosing to shape a future where Africa stands not at the margins of digital governance, but at its center. And I wish you safe travels, sustained inspiration, and an unshakable commitment to the work ahead. See you in 2026.
Thank you very much, Teki, for that closing remarks on behalf of the board chair of ADRH. So there is an item on here that fortunately none of you have. So if I skipped it, you wouldn't notice. But I will attempt to do it because Teki likes throwing me into the deep end. I'm going to share reflections on what's happened in the last couple of days. Lord knows that what is on my mind is what I had for lunch yesterday, what I had for breakfast, but I'm going to try and hopefully make some sense. But I mean, over the past few days, we've had what I think is a very powerful collective agenda for the continent's digital future. And the discussions have reinforced one very clear truth, that we are moving from digital consumerism to digital partnership. And this is something that will be anchored in trust, in rights and responsibility, in collaboration, in respect, and more importantly, in innovation amongst the players on the continent and outside of it. We've gone through a number of conversations that clearly reaffirmed our need to strengthen our identity management system, which was from the very first discussion, by moving away from simply designing policies and hoping that somehow it will translate into actions. In that discussion, it was very clear that if we built the frameworks that are risk-based, transparent, and rooted in public trust, half the work will be done, and the rest will become a lot more easier to achieve. We also agreed that cross-border data flows must balance economic opportunity with sovereignty, rights, and ethical governance. We shouldn't only look at the AFCFTA, for example, promising $3 trillion of spend as an opportunity to make money, but we have to think about making that money without destroying the very fabric of our society. And we then went on to do the model handbook on inclusive data governance launch, and that gave us a sense of a practical approach to ensuring that we embed equity and participation in our data systems. And hopefully it will support a growing coalition for inclusive governance across the continent. We then took some time to go through children's rights online, the importance of culturally relevant guardianship, safer consent mechanisms, and stronger national safeguards for young Africans who are born into a world that's digital, and they have to somehow navigate this world and its complexities in a way that does not expose them unduly to harm. The other thing we did was also to look at how we can mainstay privacy by design in digital health systems. That was from earlier this morning, to ensure that innovation does not compromise, but rather strengthens, and that trust and patient safety, which is sacred, is truly protected. And the very last thing that we've done is on behavioral data, AI, and digital sovereignty. The call was clear. Transparency, accountability are non-negotiable. And Africa's external dependency must be reduced, if not completely changed. And maybe it's about time we started investing in developing our own AI ecosystem, where we are able to have language learning models of our own, because there will have to come a time where the person who is able to write Yoruba or Igbo or Ga or Tree or Swahili should be able to have access to generative AI in a way that writing a prompt makes sense to them and to the machine itself. And it will be a good time for us to be able to see that. So for me, as we're closing, I see one very clear path, and we can call it a mandate. We have a responsibility as a generation to build digital ecosystems that will empower our citizens, to protect the rights, strengthen our own sovereignty, and more importantly, innovate, unlock innovation across our continent. So thank you all very much for your attention. I hope I made some sense. And let's continue to engage, and hopefully by so doing, we will walk away empowered and evolve into the giant that we are as a continent. Thank you very much. Now, I'm just realizing that all the items on there has my name on the end. That's not fair. Well, what's power if you can't abuse it a little? Please, with a round of applause, welcome back Teki Akwete. It takes a local team to make this happen, but it takes a partnership across continents to actually bring it all together. And so we're going to recognize and thank all who have supported us in doing this. So take a spot in the middle. I'll mention them, and you hand over the... you're not seating, oh? Okay, all right. Thank you very much. See, this is how you get to abuse power just a little bit. So we will be starting off with all our speakers. I'd like to acknowledge two speakers who joined us virtually. We'll make arrangements through our partners, DHL, to get their stuff over to them. Matthew Martins and Antoinette Esilfi, who were unable to join physically. A round of applause for their contributions. Dr. Vincent Olatunji has also left us, but I believe there's somebody in his office who's here and can pick it up. Nonye, you doing that for us? Who? Oh, that's Ridwan. Ridwan is here. Oh, okay. Here we go. A round of applause. This is for Dr. Vincent Olatunji. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I think I'd like to suggest a system that may help us. Please approach the stage from this end so that it's easy for you to exit without using the narrow space here. Next up is Norizwadi Ismail from GSMA. Okay, she was in this room but just stepped out. Next up is Amanda Shivamba. Mr. Kwame Fianco. Okay. Are there names on there? Kwame's. Okay, and Dr. Martina Ferracani. Thank you. Dr. Tomiwa Ilori. And let's have Rachel Magege. Is Rachel in here? Dr. Sandra Mukambiriofa. All right. And Afola Shade Banyo. Not here as well. Dr. Alphonse Whitbean. I haven't seen Justice Zione Ntaba this morning, if she's in it. Okay. Belinda Ba. Ixtel Dokbima. And Dr. Sena Efwa Day Tutu. Awo Idam Amenya, are you here? I haven't seen her today. Mr. Samuel Bartels. Jenna Franklin. Baka Berikuja. Ridwan Oloyede. Dr. Ololade Shilon. Bring them. Keep bringing them. Mr. Srikant Mangalam. Judacia Madhab. Thank you. Okay, wait for a second. Nonye Ujam. Dr. Azib Tadesse. Okay, Dr. Azib is not here. And Mr. Albert Seshi. Round of applause. Right, now she's here. Janine McKelvey. So we'll now want to thank our regulators. Actually, sponsors and partners. We're going to start with the, here, right? So we'll acknowledge the support of the Hewlett Foundation for their support. But for all who are here and have representation, please, we're going to start naming them. The Data Protection Commission of Ghana. A round of applause. Our host partner. The representative for the African Union and the European Union. Global Gateway. We have a rep for Global Gateway. Meta. Okay, put these aside. Lola is here. Stand by, Microsoft. You're up next. And the German AU Corporation will be on after. A round of applause for Meta and now Microsoft. The German AU Corporation. And yep, fantastic. Let's give them a round of applause. Next up is Insia Akwete and Co. A round of applause. So, Alexander Akwete is who? He's a senior partner or managing partner? Okay. So that's the senior partner of Akwete, Insia Akwete and Co. And for those of you who don't know, that's Teki's father. So, and now Teki is gone very hot in the face. I enjoy this part of my work. And let's call up a rep from Ubuntu Technologies. E-Crimes Bureau. I guess that's someone from Ubuntu. Round of applause. E-Crimes, stand by, and we'll follow the order. And please, if you're here for Margins ID Group, I'd like you to stand by. And that's E-Crime Bureau. Margins ID Group, please stand by. Thank you for your partnership and the support. Thank you for making DPAS 2025 a reality and a success. I would like to also acknowledge the partnership of GSMA, who will be holding a multi-stakeholder discussion a little after the closing. But all who are invited are being reminded. It's not open to all. So just a reminder to all who've been invited. Thanks to GSMA, and it's happening at the Primavera Hall. Brainwave Africa Tech. Brainwave Africa Tech, please make your way here. Can we have a rep from Vinxis? Okay, so Vinxis will get a DHL parcel. APLA. You're here for Vinxis, please come. For Vinxis. We have a rep for Vinxis, so thank you very much. APLA. Two candlesticks. They're the ones in America. Okay, so I'll skip it anyway. And, well, two candlesticks supported, but they will get a DHL package, and that's for sure. So a round of applause for two candlesticks. We'll also like to call on TextSonet. Any rep for TextSonet here? So it's Text Connect. Okay, someone saved on toner and left the C out. So thank you. Text Connect. I'd like to mention Child of Online Africa because I was not here to pick an individual acknowledgement. Thank you. Abby's Chill Box. All Pure Nature. Flooring Ventures. Okay, we'll take care of those. And last but not the least, DHL. So there's something that apparently only happens on this continent where presidents award themselves. It's time for me to award myself. To Kweku Inshira Ado. Go and stand where you belong. Oh, Lord, I enjoyed that. But you're not leaving just yet. Teki, tell us why we can't do this again next year in Ghana. And then we'll do the review.
Why we can't do this?
Why we shouldn't, because, I mean, the beach is great. Unless you're taking us to a nicer beach, I would have preferred to stay here. But I'm sure there's a very good reason why we're going somewhere else.
There's always a good reason why we need to go somewhere else. Africa is bigger than Ghana. And there are so many places that our foot have not stepped yet. And I also think that when we started this idea, I love to travel. So I needed an excuse to make sure that I step on as many African countries as possible. And so, yes, that is more than enough reason.
I have nothing useful to add. Thank you very much, Teki. You may now take your seat. I did that simply to just let Teki know that there are moments where I tell her what to do. Thank you very much. So we're at that point where we can reveal where we're going. But I need to, first of all, do a quick exercise. Can we get 3 microphones down the aisles? I just want to ask randomly. So if I pick you, you have no excuse. You are going to answer the question. And don't worry, Teki, I won't mention you this time. I'm going to pick people randomly, and I want you to tell me in one word what the last few days has been for you. Just one word. So I'm going to start.
One word I would say it's been awesome. At least we've learned enough.
And now from the middle aisle, I spy, who do I see? Someone who's been very attentive. Yes, I bumped into you, I remember you. From the bank. Yes, please.
I think it's been very collaborative.
I like that, collaborative. And on this side, I don't know, Sunshine, should I pick you? Okay, I saw you shake your head, and male, there are more women in Ghana than there are men, so we'll pick a female again, and we can go all the way to the back. And I want the lady at the very back, the very last person in this column. Yes.
I would say very contextual.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And then on this side, one more lady, and then we can call it a day with this exercise. Hang on a second. There's someone I'm seeing that's looking way too familiar. Please, if it's you, just give me a thumbs up. Because you know, okay, it's you. Good. So I won't call you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th row, the lady in the very first seat, who's rocking gently in her seat. One word for what this has been like for you.
I would say.
In fact, you're summing it up, and so I'll make yours a sentence. Did I make it even more difficult?
I only had one word.
Please, let's take the one word.
My word was informative.
Thank you very much. That's good. Informative, collaborative, awesome, and contextual. Perfect. Okay, I'm going back to this now. You can't have it any better. Well, for me, it's been wonderful. I think it's been a lot of learning, and I've definitely seen a lot of conversations, because I walk by people and kind of eavesdrop a little bit, and you could tell that people are truly engaging and wanting to change the story, wanting to do their part to chart a new course for data and privacy on this continent. So I'm not going to waste your time anymore. I know you are eagerly waiting to find out where we're going. Anyone want to have a guess? You don't want to guess. Okay. Please, let's key and cue the video that reveals our next stop. well. Congratulations, Nigeria. That's our next stop. Now, a few of you saw frames of image and thought, I recognize this place. Then the next one confused you. Then you held back a bit. But Nonya, why did you become very confident when you saw that waterfall? You know that waterfall. You know it. All right. Well, that's good. Well, so Nigeria is our next stop. It's only fair, you know, because the international dialing code for Ghana is +233 and Nigeria is +234. So if you're moving from Ghana, it's only fair that you go to Nigeria. And it's okay. I have a feeling that Dr. Olatunji and his team are going to make sure that you'd forget the Ghana experience because we're competitive with our cousins like that. Lola, Alai? If so, but it's all love, isn't it? Well, I'm very happy about the next stop. And I know if you want us in your country, please reach out to the ADRH or me, and I'll find a way to get Teki to have a look at it. I can't promise you that I'll be totally ethical, and there are no refunds, if you understand what I mean. Yeah. But congratulations, Nigeria, and congratulations to every single one of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. It is my hope and prayer that we'll all be hale and hearty and alive. And when we go back, we can look back and say, last year we engaged, we evolved, we empowered, and enjoyed, and we're here to do more. Yeah, my boss had to show she's the boss because she's reminded me of something that I was about to do. A round of applause for Lady Teki. And so I'd like to call on Mr. Femi Ibitayo. And Mr. Femi will essentially just give us the acceptance speech. Whether he says they accept or not, we're coming. A round of applause.
We're expecting you. I can say that on behalf of my national commissioner. Like what you said, +233, then +234. What an wholesome thing. Ghana had been home to us in the last few days, and I can test and I can tell everyone here that I'm having a wow experience. So let's put our hands together for the organizers of this event. Well, acceptance is not much. Of course, we need to thank the organizers and everybody here present for the confidence reposed in our great country, Nigeria, by giving us the opportunity to hold the Day Pass 2026. And like what the MC said the other time, he made mention of it, asking Ms. Teki that why do we need to move from Accra? I think that question will be answered next year. When you come to Nigeria, you see another side of Africa, and by extension, another side of Nigeria that you have never seen before. Once again, thank you very much, and thank you, and I say thank you for the confidence reposed in us. God bless you.
You know, there's some promises that are good, but then they sound like threats. I just heard one of those. Well, but it's a threat that I'm looking forward to because it wouldn't be a one that will endure. We'll just enjoy it. But thank you very much. And we certainly look forward to next year. Well, so it's exactly 12 minutes past 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the 3rd of December. On behalf of the entire ADRH team who are here, I think that we need to bring them all out here. For those of you who like to hide, I know Teka has probably walked out of the room because she doesn't like standing in front of people. Please, everyone, Ruth, the ADR.